Growth is supposed to feel exciting, right? Like that getting on a roller coaster for the first time and feeling it clink all the way to the top of the hill. And then you dive into all of these amazing new clients, more inquiries, bigger opportunities. But why does growth sometimes feel heavier instead of better? This is something that I have thought about a lot over the years as a business owner, and something I also feel and hear from others in my network that I've met over the years. So let's talk about the tension that no one really prepares you for once you decide to launch your business. So the tension point is you're getting busier, which is great. Your visibility is increasing. People are starting to find you. And instead of feeling proud of the work you've done, you feel the pressure. You're grateful, deeply grateful. I love when someone hops into my inbox or submits an inquiry form. But for a long time, I also felt overwhelmed, stretched thin, and wondering, am I actually built for this? That's a tension of growth that no one names because it's really hard to put a name on it. But growth doesn't have to feel heavy because you're not ready. Growth feels heavy because your systems, your capacity, or your boundaries didn't grow with you. Most entrepreneurs scale in clients long before they scale in clarity. And clarity is the thing that's going to make growth sustainable for the long term. When my Pinterest management business really started taking off, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't prepared. I was sitting in a master class and someone was like, if 100 people signed up for your offer today, would you be able to handle it? Would your systems be able to handle it? And the answer was no. I didn't even have 100 inquiries coming in. I had like 2 or 3 for a month, maybe. So I had them coming in. I was onboarding clients one by one. Proposals were being accepted, which was great. But I was feeling the pressure of just adding 2 at a time. Not because I didn't love the work. I love talking about Pinterest. I could talk about it all day long. Get me in a room one-on-one. But I was feeling it because my business was growing faster than my internal systems were capable of handling. So it wasn't the growth, it was the mismatch between capacity and my visibility. I had to have a long, hard look at myself, my internal systems, and my playbooks that really didn't even exist because everything was in my head. So here's how I shifted and how I recommend you shift from heavy growth to healthy growth in your business. And so the first thing I had to do, and the first thing I recommend you do, is audit your capacity, not your time or your energy, your capacity. If you are a one-woman show, do you genuinely have the capacity to work on 8 different clients at one time? How is that going to affect your time or your energy? Really think about that. I did. Step 2 is build a visibility plan that works with your bandwidth. So for me, and what I always recommend is Pinterest is obviously the easiest platform to sustain because it doesn't require daily output of fresh content creation. Then step 3, create a slow lane and a fast lane. Slow lane is your evergreen visibility. It's the things you do today that is going to keep the momentum going tomorrow, 6 months from now, a year from now. And your fast lane are the launches, your promos, your seasonal pushes, your in-person networking or virtual networking. Step 4, set a boundary that protects your clarity. For me, and what this could look like for you, is a weekly CEO hour. For me, that's Wednesdays, the middle of the week, so I can catch up on certain things, prep for the next week ahead. And then I also include a daily work cutoff. So I really looked at what my schedule looks like. I balanced it with my family time, and I have a cutoff of when my priority work has to end. And if there's a deadline, and only if there's a deadline, then I may pick up my laptop in the evening, but I still cap that as only once a week. And then I limit the number of clients I onboard per month. So for me, that's 2. I don't want to onboard more than 2 at a time. And that keeps me able to focus and give them the attention to detail that they deserve and they have learned to expect from how my marketing minutes go. So what does that look like for you? And so I don't want you to step into this episode or leave this episode that this isn't a strategy issue. It's a self-leadership issue. Growing sustainably means learning to lead yourself with boundaries, clarity, and emotional honesty long before you ever lead a team. Because if you can't lead yourself and manage your own time and boundaries, you're going to have a really hard time doing that with a team, no matter how big or small the team is. So your reflection prompt, your homework this week is, where is growth feeling heavy for you? And what is that heaviness trying to tell you? If you want to help building a visibility system that grows with you instead of suffocating you, the Veil Audit is where we start. Or if you're ready to make pin creation the easiest part of your marketing, grab the Style Pin Collection. You'll get a monthly subscription of 30 trend-backed, strategy-backed, and designed for wedding pros and creatives who want visibility without the burnout. Growth gets to feel good again when you start auditing and taking the steps to protect your energy and time.